Y'all, I've got one of these cinnamon scented brooms that I picked up at Dollar General, and I want to show you a fun idea. It's actually inspired by one of my past tutorials, so come on in. If you're catching this on the replay, likely you're seeing this part. I would still love for you to interact, share, throw some hearts. Let me know what you think about this idea in the end. And if you are inspired to give it a try, because that is the whole reason for me sharing, is that I hope that you give things a try. Let me get over here and get my page pulled up. So I don't suspect this will take very long at all, and I'm excited to see it come to life. So come on in, get comfy, get cozy. Good evening, Diana. Hey, Judy. If you're on my broadcast channel, you got an alert that I was going to be live here in a minute. And if you're not, what are you waiting for? It's a free channel, and you'll be able to get little notifications when I have fun things going on or when I'm live. Just a little heads up, because I don't have a regular day or time that I'm live here on the main page. So I just pop in when I feel a creative little inspiration hits and I can't help it and I'm ready to share it with you. So I picked up a couple of these little cinnamon scented brooms. I don't have the original tutorial showed you, hadn't got to that bin yet. But I got a bigger one of these from the thrift store, and I did it and painted it like a candy corn. But before we do that, I'm going to kind of show you what it would look like if you didn't paint it like that. I've got a cool idea for how to transform this little broom. So cinnamon, fragrance, and wow, it is really strong. If you don't like cinnamon, I don't suggest getting the cinnamon scented things. I'd like to know if you get any of the scented things. I love the little sachets, the little fall scented things. I like putting those around. Hey, Karen. Hey, Patty. Linda Kelly. Well, welcome, my friend. I am Summer Hammonds. This is my page, Hammond's Nest. You'll find all kinds of vintage crafty goodness here with a little side of thrifting every now and then. And I am located in Louisiana, North Louisiana, and I'm coming to you live from my craft studio that is in my home. So I'm so happy to have you here. Hey, Dot, how are you? Okay, I'm scrolling back. Vonda's at the beach. Okay, Vonda, taking a little extra scenery for me, please. She knows that's my happy place. Hey, Tamara. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I chose not to do this part on camera, and let me tell you why. Okay, I'm all about some experimentation in front of people to see how things go. But I was terrified I might hurt myself. So let me tell you what I did. Okay, little cinnamon stick broom. I think these are like $1, y'all. I think these are $1 at Dollar General. I did not really slow down enough to look at the price tag on those. But let me show you what I did. I want to turn this into a little fall, like sort of like witch's broom. I just think it'd be so cute, just in any kind of little gathering. Yes, Dot's bought her some pumpkin spice. I love the ones at Dollar General, the little sachet bags to sit down. I have a few in my studio here. The studio smells all nice and fallish. All right, here's my thing. I want to add a stick, but I didn't want to just glue it because everything's gathered. I didn't want to just glue it on top because it'll just fall right off. I mean, I could do it and wrap it and jute and try to get to stick, but I thought, I wonder if I can drill down into this thing to get my stick to fit. So here's what I did. I started off with a smaller drill bit, a little bit smaller than these little sticks here. And I started a little hole. It was a little tricky, it's not a solid piece. It's a bunch of little twigs gathered. And so, your drill bit may like bounce around a bit. So get somebody to help you if you're not super comfortable with your drill. But it kind of just started kind of eating out. And then I went to a mega drill bit. And I went in there and I said, okay, this is about the size of my stick. And I can get that down in there. And when I did, it just made that perfect little hole for me. And so I got these little twigs from Dollar Tree. And we're going to put some all natural twigs in there. Hey, Anne Marie, how are you, my friend? Okay, so I'm going to start off. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue down in here inside the hole. Watch, this is going to go so fast. It's going to be so cute. I want to show you it before, and then I want to show you what I'm going to do to it to give it a little bit of a different look. So I'm going to weasel that down in there. That gives me a nice hold. So now my stick, and I'm going to put another stick so I don't. Now my stick is down in there, like really down in there, which I love. Y'all know I love the challenge. And then I'm going to stack another stick. But here's what I'm going to do. This is not very much surface to glue either. So I'm always like, let's make this the best we can, okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of glue to keep it, but I want to make sure that it doesn't just break. So I'm going to let that just set for a minute. And to the eye, it looks great, right? cute little transformation of a little dollar broom. Could leave it just like this. But just to make sure, I'm going to wrap that section just to give it a little decorative touch. I'm either going to wrap it in fabric or I have some cording, but it's going to go with the whole look. It's going to be so cute. Let me see cording. What am I trying to trim? So I have this little jute trim. I think I might do that. Instead, Kathy said she ran into her Dollar General yesterday and they have some Christmas out. That's awesome. Okay, so this is going to be that little extra something something. And I'm going to just glue it right over where we glued our 2 sticks together. Again, if you weren't using this in a place that it'll get knocked around or anything, it would be fine. But I'm just going to do this little extra touch so that I know that it is not going anywhere. Hey, Pam in Russellville, Alabama, how are you? So y'all tell me what you're doing tonight. Happy Monday. And I just was like, oh, I really want to show them this cute idea. So this is just some little jute, you could do twine, you could do whatever. And I just thought, you know, that's going to hold those 2 sticks together, give it a little extra, and it's just going to add some character to the broom. I mean, how cute is that? It looks like it was pieced together and kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like just like it was maybe busted and then it got fixed, which is super cute. Okay, so that is the main idea here, just like this. But let's take this up a little notch, shall we? Good evening, Dinda and Ashland, Virginia. We are going to, because I said I was inspired by one of my other craft tutorials after we put this cinnamon broom together, and it is so cute. Look, can you just imagine? I'm trying to find where I have a lot of little Halloween stuff. Let me grab this little picture here. This is something we made in my crafting group, but I want to show you just, if I were to put this around the house or something, I would like, you know, lean it up next to just a cute little, or be a pretty embellishment on something, and then decorate around it. But isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Okay, but let's keep going. We are going to do this fun technique that I did on a giant broom. We're going to do it on a little one. Tell me if you remember seeing this one. Hello, Leanne. How are you? Welcome to my page. I'm so happy you're here. I've got 3 colors. Tell me if you know when I put white, orange, and yellow, what's going to happen. I've got the color Bleach Sand by Deco Art. I've got the color Cinnamon by Folk Art. And I've got the color Golden Ochre by Folk Art as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, even though I think it's super adorable, just like this, so cute. And I think if you just left it plain like this, just doing a little like torn fabric, tied, just some cute, like simple, really primitive type looking embellishments would be so fun. But we're just going to have fun with this, and we're going to paint it. Yes, Janet, we're going to paint it to look like candy corn. It looks like a little band-aid. It is so cute. Okay. Yes. Oh, good, Dewana. Keep practicing. Yeah, isn't it so cute already? That's phase 1, that you could leave it like that. Let's do phase 2. So we're going to do I'm going to do it just like I did that other tutorial of mine. I'm going to use some painter's tape, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to paint something so odd like a straw broom. So we need to remember that candy corn is woy. That is my favorite thing to say with candy corn. If you ever forget, remember Summer told you woy, and that's white, orange, yellow, W-O-Y. If you ever like, what order do the colors go in for candy corn? And it's woy. Okay, so we need some white on top, and we need, what I'm gonna do is I am going to do my white and yellow kind of at the same time, give them a dry, and then I'm gonna fill in the white in the middle. And so I gotta make sure that my gaps are kind of the same. So I think that should look pretty good. White, orange, and yellow. Don't let me get confused now. Okay, so I got this taped off, and I'm gonna paint this white and this yellow, right? Follow it along. Isn't that cute, Kathy? Oh yeah, hey Cheryl, how are ya? Now come on in. So we are gonna get this painted right quick. Won't take very long at all. Happy Monday to you, Carol. Thank you. Let's go ahead and do the white first. Terry says, I had told my group about that they should always think of Woy when they're doing candy corn. It's just a little trick I picked up from a lady where it's a funny story. I had written, to help her know what to paint on a candy corn one time. I wrote it in chalk before she painted over it W-O-Y, and she was like, what's Woy? Who's Woy? And it was just a really funny story that stuck with me. So, all right. The best is to get a little sponge brush. This is a little dauber. It has been used and abused. But we're going to do the white, which is our bleach sand color. We're going to do that first. Happy Monday, Brenda, to you. Thank you. The broom is a little cinnamon scented, so it's pretty strong. Broom, it's like $1. I think I only gave $1 for it at Dollar General. So I'm gonna pounce up and down because it's an odd thing to paint, right? It's not like you can try to brush it, but this is really gonna help you get those nice crisp lines. And the big one that I did from the thrifted one, it was a lot. Like, it was a lot to paint. Like, the broom was like really long. So I did it both. I did double-sided on it. And yeah, it was easy to do. So I just did one side and flipped it over and did the other. So you just want to it's going to look rustic. So you just want the coverage that you want. If you want to try to put on more or paint it with a fine paintbrush and you want to get down in there, you can, whatever your look is. But I'm just doing a little bit of a rough look. So I'm not really that worried about it. Baby wipe. And then I just have a couple like really simple embellishments and we will be finished. So let me clean this part off because I didn't really want that to have a ton of paint on it. Oh, I hope you're having a good evening. Hey, Jan. Oh, I love having you here. I'm glad you enjoy what you see. Okay, and I'm just all over the place. We're going to save that. I got 3 different daubers. White, orange, yellow, remember, Woy. And so we're going to do yellow next. It goes pretty fast. This is, again, the golden ochre color. Well, hi, Michelle. How are you? I'm so glad you called me live. Okay, so we're going to get this yellow, do the same concept, just do a little dog, have an offload. And we're just going to pounce right up on top of that painter's tape. I'll show you a close-up before I untape this from my plate, so you can kind of see what I mean. And then we'll want to tape back and protect our line. So we'll want to make sure it gets nice and dry. So not only are these wonderfully scented like cinnamon, they have that fun fall look. Okay, so that's what it looks like before I take it off the plate. And I'm gonna get it a little dry. Got this little hooked up. Mary, you're so sweet. Thanks for those stars. I sure appreciate that. Yes, Joy, it's going to be so cute. I'll have to figure out a fun way to stage it and share a picture with y'all later. It is always fun to create something cute. Glad you're hanging out with me. Hey from South Georgia, says Sandra. Well, hi from North Louisiana. Isn't that fun how we can all just hang out? 90% off, Stephanie. What a deal. These will make great little, embellishments on different things too. You saw how cute it looked up next to, we'll put it back up next to the little cat and pumpkin picture when we're done. So it's like a little pop of color. And woo, that heat is making that cinnamon heat up too. If you don't like cinnamon, I would stay away from this one for sure. If you have a longer stick or a wooden dowel or something like that, you can use whatever you like. We're just going to make sure that we don't just go and pull up our paint, because we want to tape it off and protect our line. Man, whew, I wish y'all could smell it up in here. Am I frozen? I hope not. Hello from Kentucky, Donna. How are you? Thank you so much. I'm happy to be home. Bloom and Restore in the house. I went on a little business trip to Texas this week. And so made it safely back home on Saturday, a little bit after lunchtime. And I am definitely happy to be home. Okay, we're gonna repurpose this painter's tape. And look how cool, I mean, look how good with a little pouncing. I might end up, I don't really wanna do any more white. I guess I could. I'm gonna go ahead and do, I wasn't going to, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do the white up here. because it's not going to hurt anything. I'm going to be embellishing anyway. But look how nice and crisp those lines are. So we want to protect those. So let's do this. Let's go back over. We're going to line it up the best we can. Come right back over those lines so that when we go and do the orange, we still get those nice crisp lines. Okay. Project like this, painter's tape is your best friend. Okay, now let's do that third color. Let's grab the Cinnamon by Folk Art, one of my favorite oranges, by the way. Do y'all have a favorite orange for the fall season? I would love to know what it is and what brand it is. But this is a very warm, kind of a coppery color. Well, not really copper, but it's a warmer orange, more of a vintage look. So, I need my third dauber. Cinnamon brooms, I know, aren't they so cute? We made it into a little, we added a stick. So see this pretty orange color? It's one of my favorite oranges. All right, we're just gonna do the same thing we did, and we're just going to up and down. We don't wanna drag or anything. You might get paint, your lines won't look quite as crisp, which I guess, you know, would be all right. It's not like you'd mess it up, but. So I wanted to show you how easy it was. All right, and now that we have all three colors done, let's reveal and get it dry. I told y'all this is gonna be a pretty fast one. And you could, if you wanted to, this is just optional. You could, if you wanted to, wait and let it dry and then try to go back over it in hopes of, you know, making it more dramatic. But I mean, this is just adorable, right? I mean, come on. The orange color is Cinnamon by Folk Art. Cinnamon. Cinnamon, then I used Bleach Sand for the white by Deco Art, and Golden Ochre. So it's adorable like this. Like I said, if you want to go back and you like burnt orange, if you want to go back and put another coat on, you can definitely do that again. But let's get this dry. I'm scared to heat up the cinnamon again. Woo! It is strong, y'all. I'm gonna put my little daubers in the water. As y'all can tell, I like to reuse over and over and over again. So then we're just gonna put a few little simple embellishments on here. Thanks, Pam. I'm glad you love it. Hey, Stephanie, House of Friends in the house. She's in Texas. Tracy and Michelle are chatting with each other. How are y'all? I know, aren't they cute? Deb, this is like a smaller version of my big thrifted broom that I did. So cute. But that cinnamon, once it gets heated up, that cinnamon oil or whatever they put on this to make it fragrant, whew, if that bothers you, I would not get this. Maybe you can find one that's unscented. So all I would do if I want to do the other side is I would just turn it over and line up my painter's tape where I could see where the color ended. That's what I would do. Thank you, Teresa. Thanks, Stephanie. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Griselda says, so cute. Isn't it so cute? All right, it dries pretty quickly too. So now let's just put a few little embellishments on here, shall we? And I'll put it on the white so you can see it a little bit better. What was I gonna do? Okay, I've got some plaid. I went into my scraps and I just pulled out some fabrics that I had. I wasn't gonna over embellish because I think it's so cute the way it is, but I was just gonna kind of see what this would look like with some little ripped fabric hanging down. So let's see what this looks like just tied on. It's got a little hanger on the back. I'm gonna go ahead and clip that off because I'm not gonna need that. It's got a little Jeep hanger on it. And I am going to give this a little tie, see how it hangs. Just kind of test this out. I may or may not like it, but I gotta do it to know, so. All right, that's one little piece of fabric. And I got another piece. Now the bigger one, I was able to do some more like a hanging tag and like a metal star. And so I was able to fit more embellishments on there, and I just thought I would keep this one kind of simple. So we'll kind of see how we can get away with just some little simple brown plaid kind of hanging down, and I may cut some of it, but I just like to kind of see how it's going to hang. So cute. Oh, good. So that looks cute. It's just kind of fun and simple, and it doesn't compete too much with what's going on. And then I've got this pretty greenery that I clipped off. I'm gonna try to glue that on there. It's just kind of a wispy. I'm actually just gonna kind of like wind it around the broom at the top. It should just like stay on there like that, and then it'll kind of hang down and be kind of whimsical in a way, like nature whimsical. See how cute that is? Isn't that adorable? That just looks fun and kind of organic. That's what I was kind of going for. I'm gonna clip this brown one off just a little bit, the lighter brown one. I don't want it to be quite as long. Oops. So I'm gonna just kind of just shorten these up just a smidge. I liked it both ways, but I kind of want the greenery to kind of take over mostly because I think it looks so pretty and organic and just kind of hangs down like a little vine. Okay, so that's cute. Then that's just a little touch, and then you see how that gives a little bit of something there. And then I've got options for you. I can tell you what I think would look cute, and then we'll wrap it up. What kind of dryer do I use? It's a little, I think Plaid made this dryer. Hold on, let me see. I don't know, I don't see. Oh yeah, it's made by Plaid. I think I got it at Walmart. Just a little simple. See how cute? Like, I think a little star would look so cute, don't y'all? But I'm scared. I wish it was just a little bit smaller. That's why I was thinking I won't do the star. Well, hello, Ashton, all the way in Bossier City. You're not too far from me. Kim, how are you? But then I've got like little bells. We could put a cute little bell on there. We could glue a little bell in there. I think I might do that. There's so much you could do with embellishments, but I'll go ahead and glue this little bell on there and give it a little rusty goodness. Never hurt. Hold that in place. And I was just working with the scraps that I had, and I think I'll be done. That glue is holding pretty good on that stick up there though. So you could probably go with or without, just depending on how your stick comes together. But isn't that the cutest? Okay, let's put it up next to our, we can stop there and be done. You love the size? I was just thinking I want it to be a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. I mean, I guess it is cute. I agree, it's cute. Y'all think I should just add the star on there? I mean, why not both? You know, we could do that. We could do that. Stephanie, in your honor, here, let's throw it on there. Let's throw it on there. Okay. So, it's so hard. Embellishments are one of those things, you don't know when to stop. You don't know when to, you could just keep going. It's super fun. There you go. Is that cute? You like it? Okay. I'm guessing you're going, yes. So now we got a little pop of color next to our cat and our pumpkin. Isn't that so cute? It's so simple. I told you it was so easy, but I wanted you to be inspired, and you can pick out your favorite white, orange, and yellow and do the same exact thing, or just don't paint it and just leave it natural like that. And that's just transforming one of those little dollar brooms with a couple Dollar Tree sticks. So you can have it either way. I think they're really cute. All right. Well, it was fun hanging out with y'all. Thanks for letting me just pop on when inspiration strikes. And yes, a small button would be cute too. There's so much. It's so hard to pick embellishments, y'all. That's probably the hardest part of all the crafting. And you can put a tag, yes. But since it's so tiny, I'm just going to kind of leave it. I like the greenery a lot. It gives it a lot of character. Little grapevine. You could wind some grapevine on the stick. There's a lot you could do. Okay, Vicky, thank you. I'm glad you love it. Tanya, thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. Thanks, Melody. Thanks, Stephanie. Well, it's all to inspire y'all, you know. Thanks for letting me pop on and hopefully get you to go find a little dollar broom or find one in the thrift store or whatever, and give it a little crafty flair. Yes, Faith says a little button would be cute. Going back up to that comment. I always am like, bell button, bell button, bell button star, you know, because there's so much that's been cute in everything I do. You know, these are some other little candy corns that we made. These were different embellishments. I made a little set. Like these have the dried florals on them and a bigger bow, and then that big star, the same size star. It's just fun. It's really fun. And then this one was smaller, so we did a little less. But look, can you see the little grapevine? You see the little grapevine that's kind of just like wispy and kind of going behind and under and everything? That was a fun touch. Then this one goes with it, and it's so cute, but it's just like complements it, but doesn't have the same exact embellishments. So to me, embellishments are super fun choice. Okay, well, y'all go get crafty and have a great night, and thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.